Yo, what up, guys? It's me, your boy, Monkey Too High. Uh, Today I want to do a reaction and involves with Pedro Pascal. If you don't know him, which I'm surprised, he's basically everywhere. Like you see him everywhere, like in billboards. You probably might see him in magazines. You might see him in commercials. He's basically everywhere, and the media basically portrays him as like this perfect masculine this male masculinity, which he's not. I mean, this man is he's there's something wrong with Hollywood and their portrayals and masculinity, and they think that Pedro Pascal is the one. He's the right choice, but he's not. In my opinion, he's kind of a creep. He kind of is. It's just that he just touches just random people. Mostly, it just seems like women, and then like Hollywood and the journals are covering his. Oh, he have anxiety. It's like, no, I don't think so. I don't really think so. And like I said, I think he's just a major creep. I mean, I know for a fact he's like married. Like he has like a wife or kid. I could be wrong, but I know for a fact that he's married. But yeah, no, and we're gonna react to everything. Pedro Pascal's Everything Wrong with Hollywood. I'm very interested, so I can't wait. And it's by Moon. If you could see it, yep, Moon. Yeah, and yeah, let's get to it. All right.
There's something really weird going on with Pedro Pascal, because just in a couple of years, he's now seemingly everywhere. In just the last month alone, he's been in 3 major movies: Materialist, Eddington, and The Fantastic Four. This is combined with The Last of Us Season 2, The Mandalorian, and the Grogu movie announcement, along with his upcoming Marvel commitments. It's like almost everywhere you turn, there's Pedro Pascal everywhere. He's constantly being adorned in the media. He's in every single major movie and TV show, and his omnipresence is almost overwhelming. So what's the formula to his success? Why is
he's everywhere, especially in the movie Gladiator 2. Honestly, it could have been with any other actor. It's just I can't really see this guy being as a tough warrior, or see, like, you don't see him as a warrior. You just see him some weird like uncle, really, the real, that's all I see. And it's like I said, he's just everywhere, and I don't know why people, mostly Hollywood, is just pushing him forward. It's like nobody wants him. I know that for a fact. Hell, I don't want him, but he's there. I mean, come on.
He's suddenly everywhere. What's the reason for all of this? Well, he himself has actually said that in high-stress situations, quote, "There's a certain level of anxiety that helps me do good work. It helps me be aware of the things I need to be aware of. Anxiety is something I've lived with since I was a child, so it's part of my chemistry. I don't know."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody lives with anxiety. It's not just you. Stop making it about you, okay?
What kind of person I'd be without it. It's something that I manage, but it's also part of what makes me, me. And you see, he always mentions that he has this struggle with constant anxiety, and that this anxiety leads him to being more successful and work even harder. But when the anxiety is too overwhelming, he copes with this with physical touch and affection. But this whole facade of being this likable relationship.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like. He's like, if you were in that position, I wouldn't like anybody to touch me like that. But then again, if you've known each other for years, then I could get it. But it's just, this is just so weird, man. Like, not only just her, but other female actresses, it's just so creepy, man. I just don't like it.
This with physical touch and affection. But this whole facade of being this likable, relatable guy, whilst being one of the biggest Hollywood stars in the world right now, is leading to some public scrutiny online, as he appears to try and be this likable, relatable guy who struggles too, just like the common man, having anxiety and emotional issues. But when you actually look at his behavior, it seems like this is completely false, and he's using this whole identity to have public affairs in public, while not ruining his massive success in Hollywood at the same time. You see,
Stop touching. stop fucking touching, dude.
He was openly having affairs and sleeping with everyone in Hollywood. That wouldn't go very well with his wholesome
Oh yeah,
image.
oh yeah, he did. Oh my god, I forgot about that shit. Yeah, no, he did slept around, from what I heard. Yeah, no, and the fact that the Hollywood is covering that shit up. Yeah, no, it's hilarious. Oh my god. Oh man.
His family-friendly, inclusive image is essential to all of his Hollywood roles, and yet there seems to be this strange side of his personality that keeps creeping up. And so coincidentally, it seems like his PR team has spun up this word of anxiety to mask all of his strange behavior. But now it's becoming too obvious, as we've seen with the new Fantastic Four movie press tour, where he's been constantly touching, hugging, stroking, and so obviously being physical with his co-star Vanessa Kirby.
Where have you been?
Yeah.
I've been busy.
I know, baby. But
Answering
you can't leave
questions
me
about
alone. You can't leave me alone that long.
I know.
That's a little too long, baby.
From stroking hands, Kirby literally stroking his face, and the two just hugging all the time in public has made people wonder what's really going on behind the scenes.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she's cheating on with this guy. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Especially when Pedro put his hands over Vanessa, smiling as though they're in a relationship about to have a baby together, all while she's pregnant with her fiance. And it turned out that this wasn't even the only time his anxiety has led to some really questionable, creepy behavior. For example, take this resurfaced video of Pedro with William Dafoe.
Dude, what is...
We can see William and Pedro are laughing together, seemingly like friends, with Pedro even slightly touching William for a split second, just before touching William's wife, and openly flirting with her right in front of William, trying to get...
Yeah, well, why would you flirt with a man's wife like that? Dude, what is wrong with you? Yo, if I was William, man, dude, I would just smack this bitch up, man. Like, if it was like my wife, I wouldn't want anybody to touch my wife like that, you know? Like, no, don't ever put your hands on anybody's wife like that, because you're gonna get a fucking clip in the head.
Get physical and flirting with her while playing it off just like they're friends. And William's face tells you everything. They go from laughing, being somewhat friendly, to suddenly William looking at him with a very serious face.
Yeah, look, he's so mad. Look, he's so mad because he touched his wife. It's like, dude, are you fucking serious right now, man? I'm gonna smack you in the goddamn head, man.
Face, clearly being pissed with Pedro. And to be honest, what man wouldn't be, with some other guy touching your wife up? In fact, there's actually countless videos of these sorts of things, like when Pedro Pascal was on the red carpet and wrapped his arm tightly around Sarah Paulson, rubbing it up and down repeatedly while whispering something into her ear. It's a really awkward moment as Sarah doesn't seem to be into this, but because the clip was so short, it's really hard to tell what was actually going on here. Dakota Johnson's also said that...
Yeah, that's just so weird. Like, for real, she looks so... Like, she's just look at her, man. She just does not like it one damn bit. Like, it's like, ew, get away from me, you creep. Ew, you got slimy little hands. Ew. It's, oh my god. And you could tell too, like the way how she's like leaning away from Pedro. Like, you can tell, like, by her body, even though her arms like around here, right? But you can tell she's just trying to lean away from him, and then Pedro's like trying to move forward
into her rear. It's a really awkward moment as Sarah doesn't seem to be into this, but because the clip was so short, it's really hard to tell what was actually going on here. Dakota Johnson's also said that Pascal takes her clothes and wears them, which on the...
What? Wait, what?
Going on here.
I didn't
Dakota
hear that.
Johnson's also said that Pascal...
Why, a lot? That's fucking creepy, dude. What?
takes her clothes and wears them, which on the surface the media reports to be just Pedro being sexually ambiguous, but in reality it's really strange and creepy behavior.
Yeah, it is strange and creepy. I hate the fact that society's trying to push this, trying to say like, no, this is great. No, he's being like ambiguous. It's like, no, you motherfucker, he's being a goddamn creep. I don't want this man in my goddamn house, or even near my kids. Like, for real, man?
Pedro also revealed that Pedro suggested that she start an adult content subscription site.
Why?
All to sell photos of her feet to the public, which was a really strange thing to say. People are starting to think that this might just be a case of a virtue signaling, sexually ambiguous guy, pretending to be this cool, likable, chill guy who doesn't follow societal norms, using this as a front to be a creep. And the more famous he gets, and the more Hollywood puts him in every single film, and promotes him in all the media that they own, the more that he can actually get away with all of this behavior. But people are starting to catch on that Pedro's using a disguise to screw other people's wives, all while never seemingly getting any controversy in the media for doing so, which is why the meme is spreading online that there's something wrong with him, but it just
Dude, what are you doing, man?
in the media for doing so, which is why the meme is spreading on.
Dude, what are you doing? Yeah, this is masculinity right here. This is the ideal man that Hollywood wants. You fucking weirdo. You fucking weirdo, dude.
Online that there's something wrong with him, but it just can't be proven yet. With people saying, quote, "I've never seen a 50-year-old man act like this before. Guys, the famous movie star that goes to parties and raves has anxiety, and that's why he must touch his female co-stars.
Yeah, that's weird.
He seems friendly and fun, but a little too friendly and fun." When you know there's something weird about Pedro Pascal, but you just can't prove it yet. Well, everyone knows all of this stuff. We can see it in plain view. These strange moments are racking up tens of millions of views.
Yeah.
And yet, somehow, nobody in Hollywood or even the mainstream media calls him out on any of this. Why is he being so protected by the media and Hollywood, while simultaneously being pushed onto everyone, getting placed in every single film that's coming out these days? Well, there's a lot more going on than you might think. You see, Pedro Pascal is just simply a brand. He's the new guy to seemingly revive Hollywood. Not just because he's talented, but because he perfectly embodies Hollywood's favorite currency, virtue signaling. He'll mention every single talking point Hollywood studios love to virtue signal about. He plays into being a Latino, non-gendered, pro every stance.
Yeah, no, Disney's been pushing that so hard, but it's just in the end it hasn't been working. I mean, you look at their recent films, you know, that what was it? With Snow White, for example? Yo, that was just, people just not like it. I mean, I saw the trailer, and I don't need to say much. That trailer was just ass. Pure on ass. Like, honestly, man, I would rather feed my dick to a blender than watch that piece of crap. Like, for real.
The Hollywood.
Also, the actress is just such a horrible, horrible person. Just a grade A ass. Oh.
Demands you to be kind of guy, whilst also being anti anything that might not look perfect for his brand. And because he's so valuable to Hollywood, with barely any controversies, and seemingly ticking every single box that Hollywood looks for, he's now being pushed onto everyone, in an attempt to revive Hollywood movies that seem to bomb every single time. It's why he seems to get a golden pass on anything, publicly clashing with whoever he's told is the enemy. Like in April 2025, when Pedro Pascal randomly called out Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling's celebration of an anti-transgender court ruling heinous loser behavior, which just seems so out of place and random. And then a month later, almost as if it was coordinated at the Cannes Film Festival in May 2025, he randomly came out to make a statement about US immigration policy, saying, quote, "Fear is the way they win," urging everyone to keep telling stories and fight back against political intimidation. He was also on all those Imagine videos, where all the celebrities would do a cringe virtue signaling ritual.
Imagine no possessions.
He's also infamous for having these bland
so
opinions,
weird that we're all doing
saying
it.
exactly what you'd expect of an actor at the top of Hollywood to say every single time. Which makes you realize this isn't about genuine activism, it's just calculated branding. To appear socially conscious without ever risking Hollywood profits at the box office. He won't go as far as someone like Rachel Zegler, but he'll go just far enough as
Rachel could have been like the Pedro Pascal, you know, but she couldn't because she couldn't learn how to shut her mouth shut. And that basically destroyed her reputation. Not only that, with Hollywood and other actors and actresses, but you know who supports Rachel? Pedro Pascal. Yeah. No, for real. For real. He does. Because he actually showed up to her Broadway play. And yeah, when the play was over, nobody was like clapping, nobody was standing. It was only Pedro. He was the only one standing up, giving a standing ovation, like the only one clapping. Just want to put that
to
out
look
there.
like he's a virtuous, moral man. And so, of course, casting him just becomes an easy shorthand for studios to signal their moral credibility, without ever actually going too far. It's why it seems like everything he does is never actually authentic or real. He can seemingly say anything he wants, and unlike other similar actors, he will never actually be dropped. He'll only ever be promoted even more. For example, just look at the difference between him and his former Mandalorian co-star, Gina Carano. While Pedro faced no professional consequences for his political statements, Gina was fired from the Star Wars franchise.
Gina got fired, but Pedro did not, and I hated that so much. I remember this years ago, I talked about it, and nobody fucking believed me, especially my friends, they didn't believe anything because they thought I was just some crazy liar, but no. Now there's proof out there that Pedro, this little spineless little weasel here, basically, he was scot-free. Yeah, no, scot-free while Gina basically, she got the heavy-handed, And I'm just so tired of people defending this man.
Pedro faced no professional.
Defending this guy who just seems such a slimy slime ball, man. Like he just comes off of it, man. And people call him like the ultimate nice guy or a perfect gentleman. Nah, man, we all know that's a front. Okay, there's no way in hell that you're that perfect. Nuh-uh, no way in hell. And it's just like I said before. It's plastered everything. It's plastic everywhere. Just what he is, just plastic.
Consequences for his political statements, Gina was fired from the Star Wars franchise in February 2021 for her own controversial social media posts.
Yeah.
But because what she said didn't fit into the Hollywood narrative, she was dropped from everything and completely blacklisted forever. It was so bad that Gina's lawsuit against Disney explicitly highlights this disparity, noting that Pedro compared Trump supporters to Nazis and supported Black Lives Matter and defund the police.
Yeah, no, he did that. Yeah, he did that. The fact that they don't like mention this. Even I mentioned this to to the fucking people, not people, but to my friends, because they like Pedro. I just do not like him. I'm not saying he's like a bad actor. No, he's a good actor, but it's just not the roles that he's like meant to play, like in Gladiator 2. It's just he's not a bad actor. But it's just it wasn't the perfect role for him.
Without ever facing discipline. The lawsuit documented that Pedro could say whatever he wanted, as long as it fit the studio's political talking points, claiming that, quote, he was not disciplined and required to review documentaries on any of these topics, or even speak to individuals with contrary points of view or pressure to ever apologize. And yet Gina today is completely forgotten about, while Pedro is pushed everywhere.
Yeah.
He'll dress up all strange, wearing whatever looks good for his Hollywood strategic branding, and play the anxiety card whenever he can.
Yeah, you fucking creep. Put your goddamn hands down, man, you fucking creepo.
With such a perfect disguise, he's seemingly untouchable, meaning he can flirt and possibly do more with other men's wives, and still get rewarded by Hollywood and put in almost every single movie, with nothing in the media even criticizing him. In fact, maybe all of this controversy with Vanessa is calculated too, with this whole social media storm being calculated to get more eyes on the Fantastic Four film, and milk Pedro even more for every dollar possible. But whatever the case is, it's clear that he's a perfect Hollywood puppet, and he'll do whatever he's told as long as he can get more and more fame.
Yeah. No, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, they were just gonna keep pushing him until like he's untouchable. And like I said before, I don't like him, he just seems such a fake man. Pretending to be what he is, but he's just not. He's just a puppet with a stick up his ass, basically being told what to say and what to do. And like I said, I just wanted to talk about it. But I think I just said my part. I'll see you guys later. All right, peace out.